Okay.
You say thanks to Logan, but
Yeah, I didn't even write it twice. All right. So we're going to balance this just like, sorry, Juan, this is CO6. We're talking about absolute value. We're going to solve this just like we would have started solving it like an equation. So if we add 17 here, what do we need to do over here?
add 17.
Okay. So what's negative 1 plus 17?
16.
Now we rewrite everything. Okay? Since that 8 is next to that absolute value sign, what does that mean to do?
Divide.
Divide. So we got to divide to get rid of it because it is multiply. Now, just like I said before, what could I put in here to get the absolute value of 2?
-2
Or 2, right? So there's 2 answers. I could say that x equals either positive or negative 2. Okay? Does that make sense why it's positive or negative? Okay, then obviously we have to do what? What's your favorite part? Check. But when it's like this, you can put plus minus 2 and just check it once. Absolute value is works just like a parenthesis, so I'm going to do the absolute value first. What's the absolute value of 2 or negative 2? So then I'm going to turn that into a parenthesis because there still means to do what right here? Times. Now what would you recommend I do next?
Add 7.
Times. So 8 times 2 is?
16.
Take away 17 is? So negative 1 equals negative 1.
Oh, we're going to remember to put a plus negative.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to the top of the next one. I want you to try this. Solve it just like you normally would. What are you going to get rid of first? The 8. And the 8 is currently positive or negative?
Positive.
So what are you going to do to get rid of it?
Subtract.
Very good. Get rid of your 8 first, then divide by negative 5.
Plus or minus inside the absolute value.
As long as it's in your answer. Do you agree with the first step I took? Okay. What do you think the second step should be?
Divide by negative 5.
Divide by negative 5. A negative divided by negative gives you a?
Positive.
So my absolute value of x would be?
Plus or minus 6.
I will be looking for it in your answer. If you do not write it in your check, I know that at least as you put it in your answer, you know what you're talking about. Okay. So absolute value are like parentheses. So what's the absolute value of 6? What should I do next?
Multiply -5.
-5 times 6 gives you?
-30.
And if I have 8 and I take away 30, I'm at?
-22.
And they match. Wasn't that part fun and easy? Okay. Ready?
No.
Okay. Do you see now how there's an operation on the inside of the absolute value?
Yes.
What operation is on the inside of the absolute value?
X plus 4.
X plus 4. Now before, was there any operation on the inside? It was just X. That's what made it so easy. Now we're going to fruit basket upset it a little bit here. I'm going to write it off to the side so I can work with it. We're going to start off solving it just like we always have. What do you want to get rid of first?
The 5.
The 5. And how would you do that, sir?
Subtracting 5.
Very good. So I bring down everything I didn't use. 13 minus 5. Okay. Now what?
Divide by 2.
Add.
Divide by 2.
Divide by 2. So now I have the absolute value of x plus 4 equals 4. Now, here's the issue. I have a question. Could I put 0 right here? What's 0 plus 4?
4.
And the absolute value of 4 is?
4.
Okay, so that would work, right? Okay. Could I put -8 here? What's -8 plus 4? -4, and what's the absolute value of -4?
4.
How are we going to get those answers? Both are right. How are we going to get there? Since there is an operation on the inside of the absolute value, here's where we have to pull this apart. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that x plus 4 could equal 4, or x plus 4 could equal -4, because the absolute value of 4 is 4, and the absolute value of -4 is 4. So I have to answer both of them. So we pull it apart here. I'm going to subtract 4. Subtract 4. X could equal what? What's 4 minus 4?
0.
So x could equal 0. Or I come over here. -4 minus 4. X could also equal -8. And we already said both those work. You only pull it apart like this when there's an operation on the inside of the absolute value. If there's not an operation and it just says the absolute value of x, it's just a plus or minus your number. But since I have 2 answers, how many checks does that mean you get to do?
5.
2.
1.
Stop. Okay, so let's check it with our 0 first. So we're going to do what's on the inside of the absolute value. What's 0 plus 4?
4.
and what's the absolute value of 4?
4.
And 2 times 4 is?
8.
And finally, 8 plus 5 is?
13.
So now I need to check it with a negative 8. Negative 8 plus 4 is?
Negative 4.
The absolute value of negative 4 is?
4.
2 times 4 is 8, and plus your 5 is 13. Does everyone see why we had to split it and get 2 answers? Right now is the time to ask that question. If you don't understand why we did that, we got to know. Let's talk about it.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, so since I can put x in here, and the absolute value, I'm trying to get the answer of 4. Trying to get the absolute value of 4. Well, I can take the absolute value of 4 and get 4, or I can take the absolute value of negative 4 and get 4. So I have to, inside that absolute value sign, I have to be able to get 4 and negative 4. The 0 gives me 4. 0 plus 4 gives me what? 4. So there, I got my 4. The negative 8 gives me the negative 4. So negative 8 plus 4 gives me negative 4. And the absolute value of negative 4 is? 4. So we have to get to the negative answer and the positive answer because they're both the absolute value. It's a lot. Wait till I keep adding to it. It's going to be so much fun.
And you say your class is
I love it. Okay. We already did that top part, so we get to skip that. All right. We're going to go to the bottom one. We see division here. No, I'm not going to make you do it by yourself yet. Okay? Yet. The whole goal is to get the absolute value by itself. This says the absolute value divided by 2. What should I do first? Say it louder. Times 2. Whatever I do to one side. Thank you. So now I have 5b plus 6 equals 4. Am I down just to the absolute value? Okay, so I need this absolute value to be equal to 4, but I also need this absolute value to be equal to negative 4. Because both of them are correct. So here's where I separate it out. I've got the absolute value equal to 4, and then I also need to set it equal to negative 4. And now we solve both. Minus 6 minus 6. So I have 5b equals negative 2. You're in algebra. You can have fractions. You'll be fine. Divided by 5. Divided by 5. B equals negative 2/5. But B could also equal, so I go over here, minus 6, minus 6. 4, negative 4, take away 6 gives me negative 10. Bring down my 5b. Divided by 5, divided by 5. B could also equal negative 2. Either one. What? What? Yep, still have to do check.
Right now.
So the absolute value of 5 times negative 2/5 plus 6 all over 2 better equal 2. Grab your calculator. Don't let fraction, yeah. I would wait till this is done and then go. Okay, grab that calculator. Don't let this scare you right here. You can literally type it into your calculator. 5 times, parentheses, negative 2 divided by 5. I typed in exactly what I saw. 5, parentheses, negative 2 divided by 5, end parentheses. What did it give you? Negative 2. What is negative 2 plus 6? 4. The absolute value of 4 is? So I have 4 divided by 2, which gives you? So 2 equals 2. Was that fraction hard? No. Can you type it right into your calculator? Yeah. All right, let's check the other one. 5 times negative 2, all in absolute value. Five times negative 2 is negative 10. Negative 10 plus 6 is negative 4, but I still have that absolute value. What's the absolute value of negative 4? 4. And 4 divided by 2 is? 2. So 2 equals 2. What do you think? Okay. Chase, if you want to, I'd go quick. Okay. Don't hate me. All right, read those directions to yourself. Which of the following equations have no solution? There are ones that can have no solution, and you're going to be able to tell them super easy. What did I say the answer could never be?
Negative.
Can I ever have an absolute value that equals a negative?
No.
No, because it's the positions away from 0. So you're going to be able to recognize these right away. They're not going to be hard. All right, so let's do this. Solve this one. What would you get rid of first?
9.
And how would you get rid of it?
Subtracting 9.
Can I ever have an answer that I'm saying the absolute value of this answer is negative 4?
No.
Is that ever going to work? No. So once I get down to where it's just the absolute value, and I'm saying that absolute value is equal to a negative, that's no solution. It'll never work. Now, some people are going, now wait a minute. Back here, we set it equal to negative 4, right? We did that, right? Do you see an absolute value sign around those? That's why it works. That's okay. We're saying the x on the inside of the absolute value. This one over here, we're saying the whole absolute value equals negative 4. That's not true. That can't happen. So this one we simply say no solution. What would you do first here?
Divide.
It already is multiply here.
Add 2.
No?
Divide.
Divide by negative 2.
Divide by negative 2. So 3x minus 1 equals 5. And that's the absolute value. So far, can that work? Because is the absolute value set equal to a negative? Is it? It is?
No.
And it's not, so this can work. So here, we're going to pull it out. I want you guys to get me what x could equal. Of course. I need to move my phone. Yeah, I do. Of course she is. She thinks she's smiling at me too. Take away with it. All right, I'll send her it back. Bye. I swear if you're going for ice cream and don't bring any back, we can be friends. Oh, you're going. Thanks. Okay. We start out by adding 1, right? So now I have 3x equals 6. What am I going to do? X equals? Over here, add 1, add 1. So I have 3x equals negative 4. Divide by 3, divide by 3. X could also equal negative 4/3. Does everyone see why this one had a solution and this one didn't? Yes or no? Okay. Let's get over here. Ooh, this one's got a lot going on. What am I going to start doing? I love it. Subtract 2.
This isn't gonna have a solution.
Hmm?
I don't think this is gonna have a solution.
Now this says 1 divided by 3 times the absolute value. How do we get rid of a times the absolute value? Division. And when you divide by a fraction, you just multiply by the reciprocal. So I have the absolute value of x plus 4 equals what? Let me back up to this step. Does everyone remember why you don't divide by a fraction? If you had this problem, you don't divide fractions. You keep the front fraction, multiply by the reciprocal. Reciprocal just means flipping it. Do we remember that?
Doesn't it equal negative 9?
Okay. So for this one, we had the 1/3 is really our front one, and it was divided by 1/3. So we keep the 1/3 times by the reciprocal. That cancels this whole thing out. That's what this does. Now over here, we had negative 3, because we also have to multiply by the reciprocal. I can put both those over 1. What's negative 3 times 3? What's negative 3 times 3?
There's negative 3.
Negative 3 times 3.
Negative 9.
Negative 9, thank you. Can my absolute value be equal to a negative 9?
No.
So how many solutions does this have?
0.
All right, Your job, the same thing we just did. Which one of these has a solution? Which one does not? Oh, come on, at least I did the one with the fraction. You're welcome. You didn't have to check in this one. Oh, in this, it's 4/3. It's not like I gave you like 7/15. Yeah, great. Me a pass, please.
Would turning the absolute into parentheses be counted as a step, or can I just automatically go to the 18?
You always gotta take shortcuts, don't you, Logan?
I was just wondering.
Yes, you can. That's fine. I know where you're going. So where are you going to?
Bathroom.
So type in bathroom.
Where?
Up at the top where it says search. Yep.
Saying teachers.
Let me see. Oh, you're asking to send a pass. You're scheduling a pass. You had to create a pass. There you go.
Didn't?
Nope.
Still being weird.
Just go then. I'm gonna go home and do some more.
Could you please call me on a phone practice?
No, but you'll have to go watch.
I don't. No,
So I'm gonna go home.
it's not going to be because by the time we get back, I'm going to have some more practice.
No, I won't go over my breath because I'm gonna go home.
Stop. I am recording.
Okay. Did this one work? Did this one work? Yeah. -3, -3. -9. Absolute value of x. That gave me -18. But then I'm dividing by -9. Divide by -9. So x equals ±2. This one work? Divide by -4. Divide by -4. The absolute value of 2x minus 1 equals -3. That works. No, that's a no solution. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Just yell at me. I would subtract 7 here. So I'm down to -2. I would divide by the 3. the absolute value of x minus 7 equals negative 2/3. Can that happen? All right. Tomorrow, I know that was a lot. We are going to practice more.